Hey everyone, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I am full on into baby season for everyone. And so one of the gifts I've started giving all my friends are these customized heirloom quilts. So I love to pick these up at trade shows that I'm at. You can buy these online. I get mine from All About Blanks. But they're really beautiful, they're not too big, and I love how they look draped over a crib. So we are going to be working with Siser Stripflock Pro. So this is a laser safe HTV. So I'm going to show you how I set this up in my Glowforge and what settings I used for this. So if you're watching, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love if you subscribe. And if you're ready to get a Glowforge of your own, you can check out the link in the description to save up to $500 on a new machine. Alright guys, so we're in Silhouette Studio. Now the design part of this is going to be fairly simple. Honestly, the entire process is going to be fairly simple. We're really just going through some settings. So I am going to type the name Ezekiel. So I'm going to do all caps even though I'm going to do a caps font, but whatever. So I clicked off of it and clicked on. We have this gray box. Going over to the right, and this is our text panel. I'm going to use my Braden font. Just a basic font. I like this because it's kind of modern, kind of neutral, kind of works for every name. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this and convert it to path, which means it's going to be shapes instead of text. You can tell that that box got a little bit smaller because the text box isn't there anymore. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to take this, and so if you're doing this with Siser heat transfer vinyl, if you don't have Glowforge Premium, you want to right click and flip horizontally. If you do have Glowforge Premium, you can do that. You don't have to because you can flip it within Glowforge. So keep this selected, go to File, Save Selection, Save to Hard Drive, and choose SVG. So I will see you in Glowforge in just a second. Alright, so this is actually a workspace that I used for the same baby. So I'm going to take this name and I'm going to ignore it. This is something I used for another project. You might see it on YouTube soon. So we'll do import artwork, choose your file and upload. So it's uploading. While that's happening, I'm going to hit the three dots and set focus. So you can check out some of my other videos. I do have a video I put out on Siser HTV, I don't know, like a year ago. I put it down just like you would with your vinyl cutter. with the carrier side down, and we're going to cut on the back. So we need to make sure we have this mirrored. And the most important thing is don't treat this as a one-size-fit-all thing. And what I mean by that is that Siser Vinyl HTV is what's called CPSIA certified. So that means it does not have PVC in it. It's a polyurethane type of compound. So it is safe for the CO2 laser that Glowforge has. You do need to check your heat transfer vinyl. A lot of heat transfer vinyl now is CPSIA certified, so it kind of gives you more grace. But you don't want to just put any vinyl in there, specifically decal vinyl. That definitely has PVC in it. It will damage your machine and very much harm you. So I took this over here, I stretched it out. You can see right here, this is 13 inches wide and about 3 inches tall. And so we're going to enter our settings. So I did a little bit of testing and I came to these settings. I saved it in here. I did my speed at 200 and my power at 15. So I do glitter at 12, so I just increased it a little bit and it's been weeding really well. So I'm going to take my Ezekiel right there. So you can draw a rectangle to make a weeding box, but since I'm stretching this to almost the whole width, I'm just going to cut it down. So we'll go over here, hit print. And so this shouldn't take long because it's really just a bunch of straight lines, 2 minutes. So we're going to do that, and I will see you in a minute. Alright, so this is our final cut. So I'm just going to cut this down here. And just for good measure, I'm going to trim the bottom. Now, I had my vinyl down in my Glowforge with painter's tape. You can use magnets. I use painter's tape because I have not gone to the store to get magnets, and I have a ton of painter's tape. So that's what I use. So If you're familiar with me, I'm a big proponent of use what works for you but won't harm you, and so painter's tape works for me. So I'm gonna lift this up. One thing that I love about Stripflock is it's got that velvety texture, so it's perfect for baby items. I love it for blankets, I love it for pillows. It's honestly one of the best materials Siser has. Like, you know, you have your standard, you know, easy weed, glitter, that's just like normal, but this is just a beautiful material, so specialized. I really, really enjoy it. So I'm having a tiny bit of trouble here, and the reason being is when I was cutting with the Glowforge, I noticed that where this E was, the vinyl itself was lifted a little bit. So because it was lifted, the settings probably weren't quite right. And so I'm going to have to put a little bit more effort to weed this section because it's like not cut all the way through. So I'm holding down sections and I'm being very, very careful with this. And let me grab my weeding tool to try to get this corner. So this E is going to be a little bit choppy, but this is a good example of why you need to have your material down really well. That's why we use pin downs and, you know, tape or whatever, because if you don't have it down correctly, you will not get accurate cuts. So I think that this will still be able to be salvaged. It'll just not be super great on the E, but this is for a good personal friend of mine, and you know, they kind of love anything they get, so I'm not worried about it. She doesn't even know I'm giving this to them. All right, so let me use my tweezers because my nails are atrocious right now and they're like bending under the pressure of doing this. So let me just do this. Okay, so, you know, that's good to know. Be careful with your settings. Don't go through what I went through, but overall it'll be fine. So that's a good reason why you need to make sure your material is down all the way. So I have this beautiful quilted heirloom blankets. Now, these are very common. I got mine from All About Blanks. I love her stuff. I see All About Blanks at a lot of the shows that I go to. So I will literally just stock up and get them. So let me move my tape over here. I'm going to lay this out on my press to put my vinyl down. So I like to put the names in the corner like this. So we're gonna go this way. Now, we want to tape it down to make sure it stays. So I'm gonna be very gentle with this. And so my E is kind of fuzzy, but we're just, you know, going to keep it. And actually, I don't need to tape it. It fits within my heat press. I'm all good. I'm gonna make sure it's not folded on it underneath itself down here. But if I were to tape it, I have some tape right here. This is Artistry thermal tape. Artistry has like sublimation ink and like sublimation markers, but I use it for my vinyl all the time. So let's go ahead, bring our press in. We're going to really smooth right here. And so my press is set to 310, and we're going to do 15 seconds. All right. And I forgot to mention, this is my 15 by 15 Craft Pro press from Heat Press Nation. It slides out. It's really great. I'll link it in the description. So Stripflock Pro can be a warm peel. One of the things I love about it. Check it out. And let me slide this out so I can get my blanket. And I'll see you in a second. I'll hold it up more so you can see it. And there you have it, guys. So this is one of the heirloom quilts with black Siser Stripflock Pro. So you can see this is where my settings were really good. And this is where the settings itself were fine, but the material was gapping. And so end result, the settings weren't fine. But really cute. This is going with a silicone baby bib. I think they're gonna really, really like it. And so it's a great way to use your Glowforge for baby shower gifts or gifts for yourself, and with a material that is safe to use. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss any more uploads. And if you're ready to get a Glowforge of your own, you can check out the link in the description to save up to $500 on a new machine.